Hello there, welcome to the Insert Title Here podcast. I am your host, British Man. Joining me today are Oklahoma Man and person who claims to know where the Stussy is. Today we're going to talk about... What are we going to talk about?
That's a great question. What's the plan for the day? Do we have any ideas that we wanted to hit?
Plans?
Immediately?
Who the hell has plans? It's 2021.
Good point.
Plans? Come on, get out of here. That said, I do want to amuse myself with something. Right before we start recording, I was talking to Devon about this. There's already been a positive COVID test in the Olympic Village on the USA team.
Woo!
USA number one.
COVID,
USA,
baby!
USA, USA.
Go!
Apparently, it's on the gymnast team. I feel kind of bad actually because like the Tokyo Olympics just feels super cursed. The concept. Didn't they try hosting it back in like the 30s or 40s, and then kind of World War II happened? They try hosting it in 2020 and COVID happens. They delay it a year. They're behind on vaccinations of the nation, and all of a sudden, like, bam, we can't have shit anymore.
Can't have shit.
The only thing I know about the Olympics is very little, because growing up, I used to like to watch fucking Late Night with Conan O'Brien.
Yeah.
And when the Olympics would start, Late Night with Conan O'Brien wouldn't air because the Olympics would be happening instead, and I fucking hate the Olympics.
He's that much
for hating the Olympics.
So I'm glad
You're
that
that much
motherfucker
of a-
got COVID.
Whoa.
You're that much of a Coco simp that you can't go without Coco for a couple of weeks.
I wanted to see Wolverine come back. I wanted to see fucking Wolverine, the greatest superhero of all fucking time. Wolverine's brother Wolverine with shoes for hands, motherfucker. I wanted to see him come out on stage when the fucking Walker Texas Ranger segments were going on.
my
So he would
God.
fucking throw down with Walker Texas Ranger and all that other stupid shit. But no, instead, I had to watch the Olympics. What if fucking Paul Rudd was gonna come on to Conan that night and show another goddamn clip of Mac and me instead of the fucking thing he was actually supposed to be showing, huh? Huh? What was I supposed to do if I missed fucking another clip of Mac and me on Conan O'Brien's late night TV show?
Speaking of
Fuck.
the Walker Texas Ranger segments, I saw a clip where it's just like the one where he's like, it's like, Walker says I have AIDS. It was like a fucking 8-year-old kid. I was like, what the fuck was this show on?
I just remember Jared Padalecki is gonna play fucking Walker in the reboot. Oh my god.
Wait, they
rebooting
rebooting
Walker
it?
Texas Ranger?
Yeah, so I think it's just called Walker or it's just called Texas Ranger. It's one of those. But like, it's straight up a reboot of Walker Texas Ranger and Jared Padalecki's Walker. And I'm like, all right,
Okay.
this sounds like garbage, but also Jared Padalecki can get it. so I'm gonna
Can we
fucking check it
also
out.
have a scene with an 8-year-old saying they have AIDS, please? Like, did
As
you
long as-
bring that back too?
Have they said who's directing the episodes? Is it going to be Chuck Norris's son? Because his filmography is it's something.
I know nothing about the series aside from it's a CW show and Jared Padalecki.
Well, that's
Okay,
like,
so
you know.
it's already going to be crap at the CW show. But
Yeah.
Chuck Norris's son directed a film near and dear to my and Devon's hearts called Armageddon. If you don't know about that one, please look it up. It is just mwah.
I had
I
hoped.
have no idea what that is.
I had
bad.
hoped on.
It's
Okay,
so
so it's got everyone's favorite InfoWars host on it.
Alex Jones makes a cameo. Yes.
But it also has Chuck Huber in it, and I prayed so hard that it was just like maybe he didn't realize what he was signing up for. It was just like, maybe he didn't know. And then you look at his Twitter over the last couple of weeks. It's just like, no, he definitely knew what he was signing up for. Jesus fucking Christ.
Go.
Who does Chuck play again?
Android
Huber,
17 and EA.
In Armageddon, he's in it for like 20 seconds, and then they change him out for a different lookalike actor for the same character halfway through the film. It's amazing. I see Xander's face. Xander's face is just dead confused, like, what the fuck are they on about?
I wake up every fucking day thinking, man, I am truly the weirdest fucking creature to have ever been born on this planet, and just analyzing my brainwaves and shit like that. But then I see shit like, fucking local voice actor fucking does weird shit. And then I'm just like, actually, you know what? Maybe I'm not that insane. Maybe it's the voiceover artists who are all fucking insane.
I'd say
Maybe they're the weirdest people in the world.
Voice actors are super weird. I follow I forget her name off the top of my head. And Amanda Winley, that's her name. She did Brian Army in
I love-
Armageddon. She's
also-
amazing.
Hold on.
She's
well,
a-
She's the one that smokes weed all the time?
Yes,
Yeah.
she's also the voice of Persona 4 Yukiko.
She voiced the entirety of Persona 4. That's insane.
Shut the fuck up. She voices Yukiko. But yeah, she does drugs all the time.
She did a really good Johnny Young Bosch impression.
I'm gonna break your arms.
She's amazing. Like, I love her. I love you, Mom. In case you ever find this, we love you.
Mom, we love you.
We love you, Internet Mom. But going to the Magic Kingdom on magic mushrooms. I was watching her Twitter all day going, oh no.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was the best thing. It was the best fucking thing.
Go watch that. Go find that Twitter thread and read through it if you haven't already. It is spectacular. It is absolutely fucking brilliant.
You love her. You gotta love her. So that's a thing though. Yeah, no, voice actors are kind of fucking weird coming from someone who's like trying to get into the industry. Like,
so every one of you motherfuckers that I've ever met has been a complete weirdo.
We are weird.
Yeah.
My personal favorite is Sean Shiplock just being unapologetically furry along with Ben Diskin. I'm just like, okay.
Wait, Ben Diskin's furry?
Yeah. He literally has a furry VTuber model or a furry like live.
When the fuck did that happen?
I guess after he started voicing Haida, because he does like live 2D stuff. He went to a FurCon where it was like a virtual FurCon on like that virtual chat, and he had a model of him as Haida from Agretsuko, which if you don't know who Haida is, it's a hyena in a business.
Isn't that the
suit.
one who wants to bang the little
Yes.
tiny Agretsuko?
Yeah, pretty much me in hyena form,
Yes.
except I'm not that neurotic, and also I could just tell Agretsuko, hey, yo, your ass is fat. Let me...
Okay, wait,
respect it.
wind that back a bit. Wind it back past the fact you're trying to bang a dog, which is weird.
She's not a dog.
She's a
fox.
panda.
Okay,
panda.
whatever. She's a red panda, whatever. You think you're less neurotic?
No, I don't think I'm less neurotic. I just
just
know
said less
that I
neurotic.
can approach...
Look,
Well,
look.
okay,
If
I don't know what the
Xander-
fucking term is.
Here's the thing.
But
If
I can approach a person and understand that that's a human being and not be fucking awkward as shit around him like Haida does.
I'm
Like,
not-
I can...
I mean, it's not human
I
being,
can
it's
go
a
up to
red
somebody
panda.
and be like, my intent is to slap your ass with my hand and my soul. Can I do it, please?
Yeah, like if
And not be nervous
you've
about it.
never watched the Gretsuko, Haida has a crush on Gretsuko, but he's too much of a fucking pansy ass to tell her. And by the time he gets the balls to tell her, she's like, "Yeah, I went through a lot of traumatic shit just now. I'm not ready to be in a relationship." So yeah, that's a thing. So yeah,
that
and that
whole-
took 3 seasons to do.
I've seen the
That-
first
that bit
two
was
seasons.
definitely
'Cause I think she puts him down at the end of the first season, in between season 1, season 2.
I think like the Christmas.
It's...
Yeah.
The season 1, season 2 thing's weird because like at the end of season 1, it's heavily fucking hinted that like Haida like admits to her his feelings and shit, but then the next season it acts like that never happened, and I was confused about that. But that could also be my issue watching the English dub. I don't know. I've never watched the sub version.
They
no.
address it. They address it in season 2, pretty heavy on, because he gets really offended that she's dating tech bro Mark Zuckerberg meets what's his face from Twitter.
He comes back and like he and Haida go on like a ramen date together.
I thought
I was like,
I thought
not
that
seen
Tech
season
Bro
3 yet,
and
so I'm
Haida
like-
were gonna fuck. I thought they were gonna realize that they were gay, and that they were gonna like, oh, we don't actually love like Retsuko, we love each other, and then they would have like had a whole thing, but then it went a completely different way, and I was like, oh,
I mean, they
See,
could
I
have
had-
both joined the Mile High Club in that
See,
one
I had-
episode.
I had that feeling watching How I Met Your Mother, because like legit, I just thought Barney and Ted were just like gonna adopt some beautiful children,
okay,
and that was how the series was gonna end.
Okay. Real talk, real fucking talk,
Real talk.
real fucking talk,
Real fucking
I
talk.
love How I Met Your Mother. I love
it
fucking How I
too.
Met Your Mother.
I love it
If
too. Apart from the last
series
episode.
would have ended with Ted and Barney realizing that they fucking loved each other and became gay dads together, that
Oh, yeah.
would have been the greatest fucking ending to any goddamn sitcom ever. How I Met Your Mother is really How I Met Your Father. Come the fuck on. That's amazing. That's the greatest fucking thing ever. But no.
I love that show, barring the final episode, or particularly the final few scenes of the final episode. Everything else at the greatest point, it's How I Met Your Mother, not How I Want to Fuck Aunt Robin. But that's a different
Yeah.
rant for a different time, because I'll be here, Phil. If you guys thought the bear rant was bad last time, this will be on a whole other level.
No, it won't. No, it will not. Nothing will compare to that bear rant unless Xander goes on a different rant about something else. Let's be real. Okay? Because hearing Xander go, Phil Collins!
Oh
Phil
yeah, you owe an
Collins!"
apology to somebody. It wasn't
Oh,
Phil
right.
fucking Collins. It was Tina Turner.
Thanks for reminding me. Well, okay, it was more than just Tina Turner. All right, so I made the mistake of attributing the entirety of the soundtrack of Brother Bear to Phil Collins when it was just he wrote a lot of the music, but he didn't perform most of the music. And I have a distinct feeling that, like Tarzan, if he would have performed most of the music that he wrote, it would have been fucking slappers and bangers and fucking mash all over the place. Because Tarzan's soundtrack he wrote and performed, and it's amazing.
It's really good.
Instead, the only song that I remember him actually performing is that one that I sang in fucking Randy Newman and fucking... It's so bad!
So, but I believe you're on a podcast
Yeah.
with Phil Collins, and you owe a rant about Tina Turner.
Nah, Tina Turner didn't even fucking write it. She just showed up to sing it, man. You know? So, like,
so we're
he
giving her
wrote
the
a lot
pass?
of it. So he's responsible for the composition aspect of it. But as he said through the direct quote that I read later, that later on he was disappointed to find out that he wasn't going to be performing all of it. And it was a lot less open and free as Tarzan was. And it made him very sad, even. And that sadness definitely comes through on those compositions because I can, like, feel it. And I'm like, fuck. For the record, I love Phil Collins. I don't dislike Phil Collins. He's awesome. I don't wanna disrespect him, you know, like, yeah, but also, like, come on, man, Brother Bear, you could have just not fucking done the movie after you learned that, right? Like, you have enough money to buy yourself out of the contract.
I
right?
stand by my deafness joke. I stand by my deafness joke. I fucking hate Phil Collins.
I was genuinely expecting you to go, Phil Collins, I let you down.
Don't encourage him.
My hair is brown.
I've let you down.
Oh, why'd you start him?
Saw you with the water and let you drown.
Why'd you start him? I've got another bone to pick with
Because
this
I love
motherfucker.
these.
I've got a bone to pick with this motherfucker because of these. Like, I have had all goddamn week stuck in my head. Devon worked at 7-Eleven where he went and butt fucked his friend Kevin over and over again. I'm like, God damn
Devin and
it.
Kevin are not friends.
Yeah, we're not
and
Kevin.
that's where your reproduction of this silly
I
little
can't
video
remember the
here.
damn thing, so I just started making up my own words. You and Kevin, like Devon, became a wonderful pair of parents to two beautiful children you adopted from an orphanage named Stephen. And I forgot the other one's name.
Doesn't even rhyme.
Evan and Levin.
No, it wasn't. It was smarter than that. It was like
Yeah,
Stephen.
Their kids are Evan and Levin.
It was Stephen and something else because it would keep the Venn rhyme going.
Steven doesn't rhyme with Devon.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Because there's words in between that get you from Devon to Stephen. You change the I to an E. So I'm not fucking explaining this. I blame you, Xander.
This is why you're not a musician.
The Devin
I am not a
rhyme
musician.
scheme
No.
The Devon rhyme scheme is an A rhyme scheme. Devon is always the A rhyme. Steven would make it a B, and AB don't rhyme. An AB rhyme scheme would be like Devon, even, Levin, Steven, like that. And that's AB, but you're not rhyming Steven with Devon, because Devon and Steven don't rhyme.
Anyway.
Look, this is why I have any music stuff I need. I talk to this guy because I just make the funny video. I go, hey, Xander, I've got this idea for a Christmas video. I need you to do Santa Claus is coming to town, but it's Santa Jaws is coming to town. He goes, say no more, fam. And 24 hours later, he goes, hey, I've got this for you. Bang.
Oh, yeah, I did that, didn't I? I always forget, like, I've actually worked on your series before. Like, I don't know why. Even when I'm watching a fucking episode that I've, like, done some audio processing or even just something slide on, I'm just like, ha. All this is new to me, even though I've already fucking done some of this. I am the airhead.
I'm sort of the same way when he has me voice something. Like, I'll go back and listen to him. Like, hey, that was me. I did that. Like the Catwoman video. I'm like, hey,
Oh my
kids. Like any chance to dunk on that film director, just I'll take it.
Pitoff, the Frenchman Pitoff. Friends with Jean something or another, bloke who directed Alien Resurrection, who we don't talk about. That weirdo. That weirdo.
Speaking of okay, so speaking of films, this is something I wanted to talk about because it's been in my head for the last couple of days. So like, fucking Armageddon, man.
Armageddon.
Okay, Armageddon, the Michael Bay film from
And I don't want to miss the thing.
yeah, so Steven
That one,
Tyler,
right?
whatever. Yes, that.
Yeah.
So like,
The Aerosmith one.
why the fuck did they think it'd be easier to teach oil drillers to be astronauts and not astronauts to be oil drillers? Like, weren't they already?
Devin's being classist.
I'm not being classist. I'm just thinking you would be
like. He's like,
no, okay, no.
He's like the blue collar. He's the blue collar. The blue collar worker can't learn how to be an astronaut.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's part of the plot. And literally, there's a whole scene where he says, "I want my people, not y'all people."
I don't give a shit because here's the thing. Like, okay, look, the astronauts are already physically trained to be astronauts. They're already ready to go into space.
Right.
So, like, wouldn't it just be easier to teach them how to run the drill?
No,
because you don't know, because you don't have to physically train and get in shape and like do all these endurance exercises to run a drill,
because
like you would have to do it to go into space.
If you pay attention to the film, the classic Oscar-winning, I don't think anyone else film Armageddon, they explain that Bruce Willis's drill is so specialized that only a small team of people on the planet know how it works, because capitalism and American free markets rule the fucking planet to the point where when there's a fucking asteroid, they have to call in Bruce Willis's people to become fucking astronauts. I hate that fucking film. Sorry.
Yeah, Devin, you have to remember that there's little time before this giant fucking biggest fuck extinction event meteor hits the Earth. And they don't want to close their eyes, Devin. They don't want to fall asleep because they'll miss you, baby. And they don't want to miss a thing. So they have to fucking train Bruce Willis to do it because he can close his eyes. He can fall asleep. He won't miss you, babe. He loves missing the thing.
Unless that thing is a stock options, in which case, baby, they're in the green, even though he dies, even though they all fucking die! Out of sheer greed!
Wait, they die at the end of that?
Only like, what, one person, two people make it back?
Yeah, about to say, like, 99% of them die upon the fucking meteorite.
Yeah.
The only thing I remember about Armageddon is the very long tunnel shot that's super cool and, like, legitimately an actual good thing in the movie, and the only good thing in the movie. The dude selling the Godzilla toys who gets beamed by a meteorite and made me cry as a kid because the dude was cool and he was selling Godzilla toys, and it's like, why would you kill the Godzilla guy? Why would you kill the Godzilla guy out of all the fucking people, man? That's not fucking cool. I'll never fucking forgive Michael Bay for that. And then three...
that's what you won't forgive Michael Bay for.
Yeah, and then three, the end of the film that isn't actually this film. It's actually a different film called Space Cowboys, where they leave the dude up on the moon and he dies up there. And that's not even the film Armageddon. And that's the three things I remember about Armageddon, one of which isn't even from the film Armageddon.
Space Cowboys?
Yeah, there's literally a movie called Space Cowboys, and it sucks, and I hate it. And my mom bought it on pay-per-view one day and watched it when I was like a kid, and it was around the same, like, not the same year probably, but the same era in my head, at least where I lived in the same like place in Oklahoma City and shit, where Mortal Kombat 2 came out, Annihilation. There we go. It also starts with an A. I almost call it Mortal Kombat Armageddon, but that's a video game.
That's a very different
fucking. But yeah, it came out around the same era and shit. And fucking, I remember my mom got it on pay-per-view, and I watched it with her, and I was like, "Mom, this sucks." And she's like, "Yeah, this is terrible." And my dad came home from work and was like, "Oh, a pay-per-view is 24 hours on repeat. I'm gonna watch it again." And then he goes, "Oh wow, this sucks." And it was the first time I ever realized my dad had taste.
I remember the first movie that I ever realized sucked was Spider-Man 3. Like,
oh, that's such a gentle baby one to realize.
I know.
Sucks, dude.
Poor kid. I didn't get to watch a lot of movies as they came out. If I was lucky to catch them, I'd catch them at like the Dollar Theater. So like, we went and caught Spider-Man 3 because it was at the Dollar Theater. So we watched it, and I love Spider-Man. Like, I mean, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. Obviously, everyone who knows me knows I love Spider-Man. So like, we're watching Spider-Man 3 in the theater, and we leave the theater, and I remember walking out of that film in the car ride home, and I looked at both my parents. I was like, "Hey, that movie kind of sucked, didn't it?" And they just looked at me and they're just like, "You didn't like it?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, that was really bad." And they're just like, "But you love Spider-Man." I'm like, "Yeah, but like, I don't like this. This was bad. Like, why did we have so many villains in one film? Why was any of what happened necessary? Why did like unironically, like, now I enjoy like the scene with emo Peter or like asshole Peter Parker. Like, yeah, I think that shit's funny. Like Bully Maguire, yeah, I think that shit's funny. I unironically, I think that shit's hilarious now. I laugh my ass off at that just because of how fucking dumb it is. But when I was a kid, I was just like, why is he like? That's not how the symbiote works. It would just make him aggressive and mean, not like a dumbass thrusting his junk at people. Like, that's not what the symbiote did to Peter. But like, but now it's just like, this is funny because it's so stupid. But when I was a kid, I was so mad. I'm like, I hate this. I don't like any of this. This is awful. Oh God. But yeah, it was like, that was the first film where it's just like, I don't like this. Like, no, I don't enjoy this.
See, for me, the first time I realized that films could be bad, and I mean stinker bad, and I didn't know how to express it at the time because a friend's dad took us out, and I felt really bad about not liking it. It was 2005's Sahara, starring Matthew McConaughey, which, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to boil the plot down for you. Just real
Oh God!
briefly,
Why did you
quickly.
remind me this fucking movie exists, dude?
Basically, to put it bluntly,
I've never seen it, so.
A bunch of Confederacy gold goes missing and shows up in Northern Africa and the Middle East. And two white guys and Penelope Cruz go on a wild American-fueled ride killing brown people to get the Confederate gold back.
I'm letting the viewers at home know right now I'm going to smoke so much fucking perfectly legal tobacco that I'm going to pass the fuck out and be gone for the rest of the episode because I hate this fucking movie so
I
much.
haven't seen it since 2005. I remember it ending and they tried to like put in so many cringy jokes. Like you know how like Marvel films nowadays like to put in a lot of jokes, and sometimes they land, sometimes they don't, but they usually like whatever, they're inoffensive, right? Every single one was just like wince inducing. You were just going, and I'm 13 years old at this point. Like, I've seen crap that I hadn't quite registered was crap. I was just starting to really like be able to understand and analyze a film.
Jurassic Park 3's come out by this point.
Yeah, I when I watched Jurassic Park 3 for the first time, I was like 9 or 10, and it scared the crap out of me. So that's all I remember from watching it the first time, was being scared pantsless. So I remember watching it going, oh, this is shit. This is really shit.
All right.
And having a really awkward car ride home where they were talking, like, yeah, I really like this film. What do you think of Penelope Cruz? She's really beautiful. And I'm like, yeah, what you said. Thinking to myself, oh, God, why?
I've never seen it. I don't remember it. My brain is replacing it with that movie like Blood Diamond or something, because that's where my brain went when you said Sahara.
Honestly, better film.
With
way better film.
Leonardo DiCaprio and his weird fucking
I
accent.
guess I didn't watch that one either.
It's like, came for our diamonds, man.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
like, what are you doing?
He's trying to do a South African accent. Just he apparently he studied in like the middle
but
of
instead he
Newcastle.
sounds like fucking Takahata's portrayal of darts.
Yeah.
I will now wank you.
They are coming for our diamond.
But like it's
By order
God
of
damn,
Dex
that was bad.
I don't know. I love that line though. I will now wank you by order of Dex size.
Fucking Sahara and Failure to Launch is why for the longest time I'm like, Matthew McConaughey is the worst fucking actor of all time. Like, just fucking terrible back-to-back fucking movies. Also, I just want to point out, Space Cowboys came out in 2000, and I called a extremely critically acclaimed Clint Eastwood directed and produced film, also starring Clint Eastwood, a garbage piece of shit, and we're gonna hear about that because I fucking hate that movie. On the topic of fucking movies that taught me things could be bad, Star Wars Episode 1: The Phantom Menace. First movie I ever fucking saw in theaters.
Really?
Ever.
oh
That was
Ever.
your first movie you saw in
It
theaters?
was the very
That
first
you can
movie I saw
remember,
in
or just,
theaters.
like the first
that I like first ever. Like
Wow.
I may have seen
I remember my
I may have
first.
seen other ones in the theaters previously, but I wasn't cognizant enough to remember.
The
them.
only
and from
the only movie I remember, the first movie I remember seeing in theaters was Hunchback of Notre Dame. That I specifically remember that one. I remember seeing that in theaters. But anyways, go back to this.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
so sorry.
let me do some googling real quick. When did Mortal Kombat come out, or Annihilation specifically?
98, 99. I think the first was 95.
Yeah, 95.
Like,
Yeah, the first
yeah.
Mortal Kombat movie was 95.
I think it was 98.
Okay, Annihilation was 97. That's
Okay.
so much. That's so much later than that's so much earlier than I thought it was. Phantom Menace was what, 99?
99, yeah.
Okay, so Annihilation, I guess, was the first one, but I was too young to give a shit about it yet, because Liu Kang turned into a dragon like he did in Mortal Kombat Trilogy, and that's all that fucking mattered to me at that point in time. It didn't matter that the dragon looked like shit. So it technically was the first one that disappointed me and taught me movies could suck, but I also watched it fucking 14 times back to back, and then tried to kill my sister.
See, I remember watching it in the theaters and like really like. Keep in mind, I was born in 1992, so I would have been 7 when I saw
But
that.
we saw Annihilation on pay-per-view, so we still didn't see it in theaters. Yeah, so Phantom Menace, to my memory, is still the first one we saw in theaters. And, like, I'd never even seen a Star Wars yet. It was my first Star Wars movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
So I see this
No
dude.
wonder he hates
I
the
see
Ewoks.
Ewan McGregor in the fucking trailers, who looks vaguely like I view myself at this point, even though I'm like 5 or whatever the fuck. You know, like, my self-image. I'm older than myself, or than I actually.
What was
am
the
and
day
shit.
it came out?
I don't know.
Okay, you would have been at least
fucking-
6. You would have been at least 6.
Yeah. Cause it came out during the summer of I was 5 and then I turned 6 because then I went into first grade. Yeah. You just awoke a lot of memories. I had a Phantom Menace cake where Qui-Gon and fucking Darth Maul were fighting each other, and whenever we got to the piece where they were actually fighting each other, I pulled him off and made him fight, cut Darth Maul, and like broke him in half and shit. And it was like, yeah,
That scene.
God. And I was in Ohio when that happened,
This-
and my uncle told me to shut up because I was about to spoil the whole fucking movie the 3rd time I watched it in theaters. I was like, as it was coming on, I'm like, so fucking Darth Maul kills Qui-Gon, and it's fucking crazy, and then he gets cut in half, and he's like, shut up.
I had a Jar Jar Binks
deserve
pencil
that.
case. That's what I had a Jar Jar Binks
I
pencil case.
had-
I had a Jar Jar Binks like tongue toy as well. Going, bleh.
I had that movie.
Plug
I
things
had that movie on VHS, and every time the scene where Qui-Gon would get stabbed in the stomach, I had to leave the room because it freaked me out. I didn't like watching him die. I had to leave. Something about watching Qui-Gon go. I was like, ah! I had to leave the room. Like, I can't.
So, like,
See, I feel that's
The
a pretty
whole-
typical first film though for our generation to watch. My first film was not that typical. I think I've told you this before. It was The Mask of Zorro with Antonio Banderas.
I love that movie.
yeah, that one's fine. Like,
I don't remember anything about it. I just remember like this scene with a sea of flowers.
but like, fucking the whole reason we went to see Phantom Menace was because I saw those fucking trailers on like I think it was like fucking Samurai Jack out at this time. It was on some Cartoon Network thing, and I saw a bunch of trailers for Phantom Menace, and every time they pulled out the fucking laser sword, I'm like, that's a sword, but it's also a fucking laser. Mom, what is that? She's like, that's a Star Wars. I'm like, what's a Star Wars? She's like, it's a series of movies that are really good, and me and your father like. I'm like, can I watch them? Or like, we don't own them. I'm like, the fuck do you mean we don't own them? You just said we really like them. It's like, we just got a VHS, motherfucker. We're poor. I was poor at this point in time.
Yeah.
Fucking, eventually the movie comes out, and I keep, like, annoying my parents to, like, fucking let me go see it and shit. And, like, we go to, I think we're going to the mall or whatever, and they're like, no, we're just, like, going to, Walmart, grocery shop or whatever at the time. And then fucking eventually we pull up to the movie theater. I'm like, wait, this is the movie theater. And then my dad's like, yep. I was like, why are we at the movie theater? And then my dad looks back and goes, we're going to see Star Wars. And I started freaking the fuck out. I was like, you're fucking with me, right? Like, obviously, I'm not saying you're fucking with me. I'm like 6.
I don't know.
I'm like 5 or 6 or whatever at this point. So
you
I
fuck
don't-
is like breathing, so.
Okay, so
It
at
is
this
now.
point in time, I would go and tell on my sister for saying fuck. So I was not saying fuck yet.
Oh, you
I
were
was-
that
I
kid?
You
was,
fucking narc.
I was the pussy tattletale fucking like, oh, she said fuck, I'm gonna get in trouble because she said fuck. I have to tell. Yeah. To be fair, my sister would beat me up and I would get in trouble. So it was a weird family dynamic at this point. I wasn't allowed to hit her, and so if she hit me, I apparently instigated it, so it was my fault. I don't understand it. But fucking so like we're actually there, and I just don't believe we're actually gonna go see this film, right? Even when we're in there sitting through the commercials and shit. This is my first theater experience. I'm like, this screen is so big, everything's so loud, this is so awesome. And then the credits roll happens, and I can't read yet, and I have no idea what the fuck it's saying. And it's just, actually I can. I'm in kindergarten by this point. I totally can read. But there's a bunch of words up there I don't understand. I don't know what blockade is. I don't know what negotiations are. I don't know what a federation is. I don't understand the intricacies of intergalactic fucking trade law. So I'm like, Jedi. That's the word my parents told me about. Jedi.
I know
Cool.
that one.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, that's what I want. And then it launches up, and it's the most boring fucking reverse shot garbage I've ever fucking seen. Even Mortal Kombat Annihilation is more cinematically interesting from a fucking camera placement perspective than fucking this is. And I'm just like, Why is boy talking like this the whole time? Why will you just have no emotions? Oh, but I do believe the negotiations are going to be negotiationable. Yes, young Padawan. And immediately I'm like, I don't like Qui-Gon. He's got long hair and a beard, and I don't trust him. I don't trust people that have long hair and beards at this point in time.
So you do a podcast
Keep in mind,
with me.
I currently have a long hair and a beard right now, so I don't even
I
trust
think
myself.
everyone in this podcast has long hair and a beard.
If I came across any of these motherfuckers the day I saw Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, I would be like, I don't trust him, and they need to die in Star Wars Episode 1. And so the entire time, the moment I'm introduced to fucking Qui-Gon, keep in mind, I have no idea who the fuck Liam Neeson is. So the fact that Liam Neeson's playing this character currently has no fucking bearing on my mind whatsoever. I just see this dude with long hair and a beard. I go, I don't like him. Obi-Wan's the main character. Keep going with Obi-Wan. Stop showing Qui-Gon. Stop showing Qui-Gon. Stop showing Qui-Gon. I fucking just show you Qui-Gon, and they just keep showing Qui-Gon. And I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? And then Padme shows up, and like, I don't care about this. And then fucking Queen Amidala is also Padme, and I don't care about that. And I'm just like, And I'm like, are these the same person? And then the movie's trying to convince me that Amidala and Padme aren't the same person, even though they're played by either the same actress or the actress that looks exactly the fucking same. And my kid brain goes, this is the same person. Padme Amidala, before the fucking film goes, yeah, Padme is actually the queen. And so when that happens, my brain's like, no fucking duh, they look exactly the same. What? Yeah. And then fucking they go on a Tatooine, and then fucking goddamn Anakin shows up, and I'm just like, oh, this kid's supposed to be me, right? Yeah, I'm supposed to relate to this kid. I don't relate to this kid. I relate to Obi-Wan. I came here to see Obi-Wan and his blue goddamn laser sword. Why the fuck am I seeing this? Are you an angel? I'm a slave. I'm a slave to a Jewish alien. And then the goddamn pod race. Every fucking kid out there is like, the pod race was at least cool. Even as a child, I was like, the pod race is dope. Top 5 reasons the Phantom Menace in the prequel trilogy isn't bad. Number 1, the pod race. The pod race sucks. Woo, it's fucking NASCAR in space, but with worse fucking graphics and less rednecks and less chances for fucking weird shit to happen. Ooh, I'm Sabuba. I'm gonna sabotage a bunch of shit and watch a bunch of stupid fucking aliens fucking go up and fucking off screen and shit. And then Jar Jar's like, I step into poopy, and then I numb my face. And then, oh, Jar Jar exists. Oh, I didn't even fucking talk about goddamn Jar Jar. The worst thing about Jar Jar wasn't necessarily the fact that Jar Jar himself existed. Jar Jar's bad. Yes, he's a bad character. I don't like. But everybody's talked about why Jar Jar's bad, and I don't need to get into the intricacies of why Jar Jar should have never fucking existed. The real reason Jar Jar is a fucking horrible piece of shit is because my sister latched on to Jar Jar.
No.
Oh, shit, here we go.
For like a 6 month to a year period, but to a 5-year-old, 6 months to a year feels like your entire fucking life.
Well, it is literally a tenth of your life at that point.
No, I mean, if you're 5 years old, a year is like...
No, it's 20% of your life. Oh.
And I don't blame her for latching on to Jar Jar. George Lucas designed this fucking character for stupid little kids to latch onto and shit. And she was younger than me. She was like, if I'm 5, she's like 3. So it's like, of course she's gonna repeat the same thing she sees about Jar Jar. Her brain has a fucking 3-second loop. This isn't her fault. I'm not mad at her. I'm mad at fucking George Lucas and Lucasfilm and Fox 20th Century assholes and all the stupid shit that combine together to fucking make this horrible nightmare of a curse exist in my life, man. And that was my Joker moment.
You were
right there when Anakin got inside the stupid fucking yellow spaceship on Naboo, and instead of seeing the lightsaber fight that I had been advertised to, Batman, seeing the lightsaber fight uninterrupted like I had been advertised to, it was interrupted by this kid saying that would be a neat trick.
Hey, Devon.
And I wanted to die.
Devon, you want to watch him lose his shit?
Oh, no.
Yippee!
I shall attempt to spin. That is a wonderful trick. so bad.
I can see his soul leaving his fucking body. I can see his soul leaving his god motherfucking damn body.
Didn't Yuri Lowenthal like do like a cut of Star Wars: The Phantom Menace that cut out all the BS and also cut out like every speaking line Jar Jar had or something like that?
Allegedly,
Topher Grace did.
Allegedly, the Phantom edit has been attributed to many people: Yuri Lowenthal, Peter Jackson, Quentin Tarantino,
Apparently
shitloads
Topher
of
Grace.
people. Yeah, like Hami, the guy who made the special editions. The Phantom edit just exists.
I have seen hundreds of thousands of Phantom edits in an attempt
crying?
to find any fucking version of Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, that works. And not a single version of this movie works.
He's crying.
And the only things that are
Oh my
worse
God.
than The Phantom Menace are Episode 2, Attack of the Clones, and Episode 9, Return of the Shits, or whatever the fuck it's called.
No, Last Jedi is worse than Phantom Menace.
He is so.
I don't know. No.
We're not going back on this train. We're not going back. This is
The Phantom
literally
Menace is so much worse.
We literally.
Jar Jar doesn't exist in the other one.
We literally went on this tirade on the first episode of the podcast. We were not coming back. To
Do
this.
not worry, Devon. Do not worry.
Okay.
For this path shall not be treadeth once more, for the Phantom Menace has taken over the soul.
I just like setting him off, dude. Or sorry, I was setting them off. I every now and then I must admit I'm just going yippee to watch Xander's soul break. The stunned silence. The stunned silence. Xander's got his like he's making.
And I looked
horns
at
with
my
his hands.
parents and I said, "That was bad." And they said, "Yes." And my dad felt so bad that we bought the original Star Wars trilogy and watched those as soon as we got home. And Empire Strikes Back hit exactly as it should have. And all was forgiven until they told me that George Lucas made both of them.
Well, George Lucas only directed the first one. I forget the bloke's name to the second one, so it's the third one as well.
I don't mean like he directed them, but he like, you know,
He wrote them.
the guy who made the Star Wars
Yeah.
also made the Menace of the Shadows.
If it makes you feel any better, he also ruined Indiana Jones. And the worst part was, he just did the best Indiana Jones film of the lot before going to do Phantom Menace. He did Last Crusade. I love Last Crusade, dude. It's a fucking
It's the
banger.
second one that sucks, right?
People say it sucks. It's really not that bad. I think
it's not
just
Crystal Skull, so I mean.
Bad to say, like in terms of the bad Lucasfilm Spielberg collaborations, Crystal Skull all the way fucking up here. Like,
Yeah, I won't disagree with that.
Second one, Temple of Doom is like not even top 5. It's not even that bad. Like, I think
Temple of Doom bores the shit out of me, and when it doesn't bore the shit out of me, it annoys the fuck out of me, and I don't like it. But it's not Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
like I don't mind it. I will happily watch it.
It's like saying something isn't Kingdom of the Crystal Skull is essentially saying it's better than nothing.
Ooh,
No,
can't say
nothing's
that yet.
better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I would rather sit in a okay. What's the runtime of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull?
I do not know.
But I think it's a little over 2 hours. It feels longer than it actually is, though.
I would rather sit through the entirety of the runtime of Kingdom of the Crystal Skull locked in an ISO cube than watch Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. So no, nothing is not better than Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, or nothing is better. You know what the fuck I mean?
Speaking of ISO cubes, can we talk about how fucking cool Dread is?
Yo, we haven't watched Dread 3D in a
I
couple
love
of years.
fucking Dread.
Fucking love
dude.
Dread.
I love Dread.
Fucking love Dread 3D.
My face hurts. I popped every blood vessel in my fucking face during that.
Hell, oh my god.
It's alright.
He's in pain.
It's alright. Let's me and Devon will watch 2018 for a little bit.
You want to talk about Carl Urban and how he's really good in that movie?
You want to talk about how the sequels that might still happen could have Judge Death, sorry?
You want to talk about that awesome scene where he just throat chops a corrupt cop and kills him, and he spits out blood and takes his bullets and uses those bullets to kill the other cops? That was cool.
You want to talk about the fascist overtones and the fact that the judges' power isn't actually real and they're basically living in a Nazi society, just multicultural and multiracial, because they want sheer control over everything?
You want to talk about that scene where he just goes, "I am the law," and then he fries those motherfuckers?
You want to talk about how it inspired things like Starship Troopers and Paul Verhoeven?
I think I want to talk about how at the beginning of the film he says, "America." It makes me think of how I can't take the movie seriously at all after that.
I'm lightheaded from that one.
Mega City 1. Then you hear that.
And while that sounds like an insult, that's actually the perfect setup for this movie because it disarms you and makes you not take it too seriously and lets you enjoy it more.
You know, I really want Dredd in fucking Mortal Kombat. I want him to fight RoboCop, and I need that.
Ooh,
No, add Dredd to Blaze Blue.
No, I want him in.
No.
Make Dredd a cute anime boy.
No.
Keep the helmet on, obviously, but like make it a Bishonen helmet.
No.
Make him like super bishy.
Like no.
Put him in Blaze Blue and make his drive the lower. And every single time you hit his drive button, you add to your opponent's sentence.
No, okay, so like
You
I want him
put
in Mortal Kombat,
Kombat.
because like I want his like crushing blow to be like his grab. Like after you do like 3 grabs in a round, he does one where he just grabs you and takes his gun and goes BAM right in the fucking throat and crumples you.
You want him in Marvel vs. Capcom so you can throat what's his name, Tony Stark.
Ooh, daddy. No, you want Dredd in Mortal Kombat. You want Anderson in BlazBlue, because she's got psychic abilities. So every time he blazes, there's no fucking E. Fuck off.
Blaze.
Every single time she does her little thought abilities and she has her little mutant power, she actually sentences that way for doing thought crimes.
Oh, Anderson's the chick, right?
Yeah, the psychic, the mutant.
I don't remember any of their fucking names except Dredd and Mama.
Mama's the villain, yes.
Yeah.
Anderson is the secondary. She's the
Isn't
mutant.
Mama Cersei Lannister?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
She's a character
that's
that
how
was
she.
made
Yeah,
for
that's
that
she
film.
bit her pimp's
Because
dick
they
off.
want to do something that could, if need be, tie in to the actual canon.
So okay, off the topic of movies, can we just talk about weird shit that?
Yes. Specifically, Sonic Underground.
No, hold on, wait, no, hold on.
No!
You said weird shit.
No,
and you
I just want to
chimed
talk
in my
about.
head.
No, I just want to talk about the weird shit like different like jobs make you do, because like okay, so like me and Ali went to Build-A-Bear today, and we bought the Isabel bear thing that you can make. And it was really weird because like after she stuffed it with the fluff, and it was like, you know, it's all firm and whatnot, and we got the little button you press and it makes the voice and everything. She was just like, all right, so here's the heart, and she handed the heart to Ale, and she's like, now you have to make a wish on the heart. I'm like, okay, now you have to put the heart on her eyes so she can think about you. Okay, now you have to make a wish with the heart. You have to do this. We're like almost 30 years old. You really don't do this for us. And now you have to do this. I'm just like, so she'll think of you at night. I'm like, okay, we don't. This is kind of weird. And she's like, and now you put the heart right in there. I'm just like, this was weird. You could do this for a kid, but we're like literally 2 full-grown adults. Like we were probably.
So you're asking a guy like yourself and your wife to take a young impressionable female. To stuff her full of white stuff and then with something really hard smack it against her face and then ram it right up in there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
What did he say? What did he just say?
Oh.
I didn't catch that. Xander, please repeat that for the class.
No.
I might have to edit that out, so I'm not repeating it.
No.
Allegedly.
Oh my God, no.
Allegedly.
Anyway,
Allegedly.
it was so
dear.
it was so weird because she had us do that, and I'm just like, look, I get you have to do that for the kids. You don't have to do that for us. We're probably gonna have sex after we leave this place, and
In the mall bathroom. Please clean the mall bathroom.
Not in the mall bathroom. No, at home. I'm not that much of a deviant, but like, you don't have to do that. You literally. This is kind of weird for me, and I'm just please don't. Please do not.
I know. I've never been to Build-A-Bear ever, even as a kid.
It was weird. It was my first time going into a Build-A-Bear, and my first time I felt weird.
Oh, I mean, apparently you really stuck it up there in Isabel, which Xander's been meaning to do for years. So Xander,
I mean,
I guess we'll find you a
took
Build-A-Bear after this.
I took Isabel and I filled her full of white stuff, and and I got her
I do that
there.
every day. You're not special.
Yeah, Xander's going to be at Build-A-Bear after this. He's going to be like, yeah, I'm going to need 4 of these. One of
I
these
need 400 cc's of my balls injected directly into this dog.
That's
your
what the
Isabel
hole
thing,
in
I
the
will,
back's for.
I will never understand your Isabel thing. Like, look, I understand the whole waifu thing. The furry thing is just beyond my comprehension.
I don't understand the waifu thing.
I get
And
get
then there's
that
me,
to a degree.
who
to a degree.
understands both.
Oh yeah, you
Bow before me, mortals. I know all.
Devon's that meme where it's like you see this one really cringy dude and he's the blank fan, and then you see Devon and he's the blank enjoyer.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, because Devon's like, I understand how to enjoy all of this. I can jerk off to furry porn, I can jerk off to 2D anime girls, and I can have sex with my wife. And it's like,
I truly
he
am
really
a
just
god
is the
among men.
enjoyer.
A god among men.
He's not a fan. He doesn't devote himself to one thing, which allows him to enjoy.
Man, I'm just...
Bow before me.
To be fair, you've also technically got a husbando more than anything else.
I have many things.
If I had to say Phoenix Wright,
That's not my husbando.
really?
It's
Yeah,
really
if
not.
anything from that series specifically, it'd be a Godot.
Not Dick Gumshoes?
No. It's Gum Dick Shoes, sir. His real name is Extremely Large Penis Gumshoe, but they shortened it to Dick, unlike his penis, which is quite large, thus the name.
Good lord, good lord.
I love that. I love
This one's all over the fucking place
I love
today.
Gumshoe. No,
Oh
okay,
yeah, we're having
so
a fun time.
with Godot specifically, I do want to cosplay Godot just because my beard matches his beard, and I just want the face mask because it's just like all I see is red, and all I drink is coffee. Fuck him.
That sounds like me working retail jobs.
There you go. That's why Godot's the best character. He's relatable.
On the topic of cosplay, I've been told I should cosplay the guy from Megas XLR because I've got the
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know his name. I've never watched I never watched Megas XLR as a kid.
I forget
All I know is
his
it's set
name,
in Jersey.
but yes, I forgot the character's name. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. Hold on.
All I know is it's set in Jersey, and everyone who's ever spoken about cosplay going,
Coop.
you should do that.
His
guy."
name is Coop.
Coop.
Yes, he's voiced by David DeLuise.
So is there a Megas XLR game?
No,
There might have been.
Maybe. I don't know. Hold on. That's a great question. Megas XLR.
I think maybe on like a Game Boy, maybe?
Game. Oh no, it's a Cartoon Network Flash game.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they never made a game for it. It was just Flash games that they had.
I was gonna say 2,000 subscriber special. Get me the 2,000 subs, and I'll fucking dress up as him and do a video, like just not address it, but playing that game.
Is Xander gonna do a cover for that one too? Just do the cover for the Megas XLR theme.
Shh, Devon.
It's a secret.
Okay.
That's
now-
that's technically NDA'd, you fucking idiot.
So technically, or not technically, I don't. You said Adam said technically, so my brain just said
Technically,
technically.
Cakely Mixley.
It's like when I'm
Hey.
typing something out and I'm in a group chat with you guys and I'm at work and then I type out "fuck you" on the fucking correspondence of whatever stupid thing I'm doing and I'm like, ah, shit, and I have to go back and fix it. You've done shit like Santa Jaws. You've done the non-video game things. You can do a series retrospective if either you get A, paid enough money, B, get enough subscribers, B, hit a big enough goal,
Let me
or
see.
4, hit a
D.
fucking get ridiculously super uber ridiculously peer pressured into it.
Yeah. Well, here's the
See,
thing, Adam.
I'm getting that
I
from you to do Sonic
genuinely-
Underground.
Okay, I genuinely think, Adam, that you would enjoy Megas XLR as a series because honestly, it's fucking amazing. Like,
And on top of that, you could be the champion of the new revival movement.
yeah, people
What
are
am I-
wanting it revived.
What am I,
I
the
mean,
fucking Chris Chan of
totally-
Megas XLR?
No.
No, well, I mean, like, there's bigger names out there that are already still like, "Oh, bring this thing back" and shit. And there's been, talks about possible revivals.
But I'm already the champion of the Illbleed Simps.
Well, you could.
You can
the
be a
champion
simp
of
for multiple
sims.
things. Be the true enjoyer.
Yeah.
By the way,
like me.
Shout out to Hassie Soda back on Twitter now. Go follow.
Okay, so now we can talk about Sonic Underground because I fucking know you want to. I'm gonna fuck.
Okay, cool.
How do we
So
get
the
from
main-
Hassie Soda to Sonic Underground?
the main thing I want to touch on Sonic Underground is not necessarily the series itself, but it segues into a larger discussion about what motivated us or drove us into trying to pursue the career paths that we're going into. For me, the original thing that like always got me off. There's 3 times.
Got you off.
Yeah. Thanks for okay.
Devon,
There's 3
I'm
things that
blaming
get
you
me
for this.
off.
I'm blaming you for this entirely.
Ass. No. Okay. So like there's 3 things. There's 3 moments in my life where I've like picked back up the music thing. The first time where I initially decided I wanted to be like a musician and shit was out of spite. Because somebody told me I couldn't fucking do it and I just wanted to prove them wrong. And that's it. The second
relate to
time
that.
I picked back the shit back up after I quoted retired was when me and Devon were talking about some shit back when we lived together and Sonic Underground came up and he talked about how much he hated Sonic Underground. And I said, well, you gotta admit the song's a banger. And then he said, no, it isn't.
Underground.
He said, no, it isn't.
Sonic Underground.
Nothing about that fucking show is good. Not even the song. You can't convince me otherwise. And I decided in that moment, I'm going to make a piano cover album and then hide Sonic Underground as the final cover as a hidden track at the end of one of the tracks, so he can't just skip it, and he has to hear the Sonic Underground theme as renditioned by me on the piano. And that was when I started recording my, at the time, second album, again, because that reawoken my shit for that. And then the third time was out of spite again,
Devon's face.
and related to Sonic Underground as well.
Devon's fucking face. The anger on Devon's face right now.
You.
Words cannot describe.
All right, hold on. All right, you don't understand. So when he made this fucking cover album, he told me
Yes.
about it, and I was supportive because he's my best friend, and we were living together, and he was going through a lot of shit at that time, and I was in probably the worst relationship of my life, but all while trying to be supportive of my best friend. And he makes this fucking cover album, and you know, it's got some pretty good bangers. He made like a cover album of Turnabout Sisters, which I really enjoyed. He made a cover album of the battle theme with Xion in Kingdom Hearts 358 Days Over 2. He did a cover of Castlevania's Bloody Tears, which I really enjoyed. And he even did a cover of Crossing Fields, which is really great, because I don't even like Sword Art Online. And I'm listening to it on CD, right? I have it on CD because he gave it to me on CD, and I throw that bitch in the car. And I'm like, hey, I'm really enjoying this.
I
And
forgot
then-
I put it on CD.
Yeah, and then we get to the last song, and it's and I'm just like, why? Why have you done this? Why'd you fucking do a cover of Sonic Underground? Of all the fucking songs you could have done a goddamn cover of, no, you gotta do fucking Sonic Underground. And I'm just like, you know what, Xander? Guess what? You were gonna go 6 feet underground! 6 feet underground! I will kill you! Oh my god, I hate Sonic Underground so much. It's such, I like, okay.
I think we've all yelled this podcast. Achievement unlocked.
No, okay, look, okay. No, real, okay. I used to watch Sonic Underground as a kid, okay? You know, it's just like it was just a cartoon. But, you know, looking back at it, didn't really enjoy it. Didn't like it at all. There's nothing about it I found enjoyable. Because I didn't like Sonic Sats AM. I didn't like Sonic Underground. I completely fucking admit this. And then he fucking does a cover of Sonic Underground just to fucking spite me. Just to spite me, okay? I'm turning the pop filter on my fucking mic into like this fucking thing here. I have to let go because I've been getting into fucking shit because I'm so mad that you had to bring up Sonic Underground.
The only thing I remember from watching as a kid is like
why?
a baby exploding.
So, in the episode 3 Hedgehogs and the Baby,
And he just
Sonic,
and he
his sister Sonia, and his brother,
and they're all voiced by Jaleel White.
all
Why?
voiced by Jaleel White, find an abandoned hedgehog baby. They take the hedgehog baby in and name it Hip after the genre of music hip hop. Segue, I should mention that the Sonic Trio all have magical amulets that, when touched a certain way, turn into instruments and allow
so
them to
stupid.
jam as a band. And how
they're
they
all related,
usually
and they're all
beat the
like
bad
fucking
guy
like
in an
princes and
episode
princesses, and it's
is
so dumb.
they
So that
form
the
their
Oscar family-
band and play a cool jam, and Sonic sings.
The only
and all
redeemable
this shit.
thing is that like Jim Cummings is the voice of wait, is he the voice of Eggman?
Probably. Look it up while I describe
Who
this.
cares?
And fucking as the episode goes on, they discover that they're being spied on. And it turns out that the baby hedgehog is actually a robot that is transmitting all of the information it sees and hears back to Dr. Robotnik.
So that's the only fucking thing I remember is that
Even
baby
after
being
they-
dropped and just exploding,
Even after
and then
they
one of them
discover
crying.
this, even after they discover this, they're like, this baby is still important and we still must protect him. And they try their best to keep him safe, but Manic drops him in the sky and the baby falls to its death and explodes, as Adams previously said. And they all, even though they discover it was a robot, mourn the loss of their hedgehog baby. And it gives rise to the greatest name of any episode of any television show ever in existence. The title of the episode was 3 Hedgehogs and a Baby.
Just the piss take of 2 men and a baby, or 3 men and a baby, whatever that fucking movie was called. Did they make a sequel to that? Like 3 men and a little lady when she's like a teenager?
Weird.
Really weird. The 80s were like just a lot of cocaine.
They never found their mom. They made a vow their mother would be found, Sonic Underground.
Oh my god.
But they never found their mom.
What is going on right now?
Oh my. You just had to put a lyric in, didn't you?
Look, Devon, you live and learn, okay? You live
Oh, at least I can tolerate that fucking song.
Here one day, Devon was born to face my wrath and hear me say, Sonic Underground! Sonic Underground! They made a vow to torture Devon for eternity! Sonic Underground!
Thank you for listening to the Insert Title Here podcast. I will kill my co-host now.
Just now?
Yes.
Just now? Not last episode when he went on about a bear wedding.
I could tolerate the bear wedding. No, this is Sonic.
This is where we draw the line.
This is a
Sonic
criminal.
Underground.
This is a criminal offense to me.
This is where the line is drawn.
Look, man, I can stand David Draymond and the bear wedding. I can stand talking about Brother Bear 2. But when you bring up Sonic Underground, the biggest slight to the Sonic franchise, yes, more than Sonic 06. I can already see you fucking revving that up.
No, I was going to say Sonic Boom on Wii U.
Sonic Boom was an unfortunate mistake, and the series made up for it, and it's actually enjoyable. Sonic Underground is a blight. Sonic Underground is a sin. When you have to listen to Jaleel White talk in 3 different voices that aren't very distinguishable from each other, and it's just like 22 minutes of your life have been wasted on this. And it's like, why did I watch this? Why did I spend time watching this? I don't enjoy this. I'm 5. I don't like this. I really don't enjoy this at all. And it's just like, why did I watch any of this? Because it was like on? Because like, you know what else was on at like fucking 5 in the morning before I went to school? Like the Real Adventures of the Ghostbusters was on. You're like, you know what? I don't even remember that. But like, I don't hate it. I remember hating it. But you know what I do hate? Fucking Sonic Underground!
The Real Adventures of the Ghostbusters didn't have a theme song that slapped quite as hard as Sonic
It does not
Underground,
slap. It does not slap, and you know it doesn't.
slaps
No,
so
it does
hard.
not. It does not slap.
There is not a single fucking ounce of joking or irony or whatever stupid hipster bullshit term you want to use here in my soul at all when I say the Sonic Underground theme song is one of the greatest theme songs ever composed and performed for any children's series ever broadcast ever.
Better than the Teen Titans one.
I said one of, not the best.
About to say, because beating Hi Puffy Amy, whatever their name is for Teen Titans, is going to be hard because that shit slaps.
Yeah, that's a good song. I would say they're close. Like they're both in the top 5. Sonic Underground's in the top 5.
I haven't watched Underground since a kid. Like it hit me when you guys saying it. I realized the one time I watched as a kid, besides the baby exploding and the Tetra crying, it was Christmas.
Devon's
It was
Top
Christmas
5!
morning. I had to wait
5,
for my
yeah.
parents to wake up so I can get into
Ooh,
my stocking and shit.
Top 5. That's your top 5. Sonic Underground's in your top 5.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Because you're
Daddy,
agreeing
yes.
with him. You're agreeing with him, but you're full of shit, Adam.
I'm doing it because honestly, seeing you actually get worked up about something is incredibly amusing.
No.
Yeah.
No, okay,
Normally I'm the one that has an insane reaction to something.
No, right. No,
Yeah, it's him this time. Yeah, we've done it.
Okay, stop. Okay, so if we're gonna do this, you want to do a top 5 fucking like cartoon openings? Because I'll tell you, fucking Sonic Underground is not on there. All right. Like, obviously, no, the Pokemon theme would definitely be on there. No shit.
I wouldn't put the Digimon theme song.
Digimon theme would be on there.
Any version of the Pokemon theme song on the top 5
What the fuck is wrong
list.
with you?
I wouldn't put any version of the Digimon theme song on the top 5 list.
Fuck is wrong with you?
I'd put
Keep
the
going.
Pokemon up there, the original Pokemon up there, but the Digimon can suck a dick. They can fuck off.
I think the Digimon one legit just sucks to me. I hate it. The Pokemon one is just fucking annoying. I can't stand it. Like on there.
I wanna be the very best.
Stop. No.
No
Okay, stop.
one
No,
ever
stop.
was.
Okay, hold on. I like the movie version better.
Who did the movie version of the Pokemon one again?
I don't remember, but I like the
That's a
movie
weird
version
singer.
better. But you're fucking putting Sonic Underground
Yeah.
in your top 5.
Yeah,
He is. I
compositionally
don't know.
speaking, Sonic
I
Underground
literally
is,
have to question, why are we friends?
compositionally speaking, Sonic Underground's theme song is more
Don't you compositionally speaking shit to me.
compositionally speaking.
I'm about
Sonic
to
Underground's
composition
theme song
you and
fulfills
you're gonna
a number
you're
of
about to
prerequisite
decomposition,
conditions
you son of a bitch.
to become what I would consider a slapper.
I'm gonna slap you across the face.
It has a very
what is-
booming and powerful vocal delivery
I'm about to powerfully...
that's delivered on a scale that's complementary on every note. Not a single note goes out of tune. Not a single note conflicts. And it is short enough and concise enough to describe the entirety of the plot, all in one bite-sized format.
Your life
chorus-
is about to be shortened if you
and
keep
the
There's
chorus
this
talking.
vein
is
across Devon's
genius.
forehead, which is just bulging. As the more Xander, it's just bulging out of his head. The more Xander goes on, and I'm just going to comment it here quietly in the background for you viewers. Hi, I'm on the low audio track, so we can listen to these two. And anyone got any bets on these two idiots? I've got 5 on Xander. I'll give you.
You
3
have
to 1
5 on
Devon.
Xander? Of all people? Of all fucking people! Okay.
Well, it's 5 to 1 odds on Xander, 3 to 1 odds on Devon. Assuming Devon's vein does not burst, and we are left with a scene reminiscent of the elevators from The Shining. Taking all bets.
Devon woke up to record with me. I thought he was safe from misery, but instead he came to see that I would unleash pain, unleash Sonic Underground. Sonic Underground. Devon walked away, and this podcast is over now. Sonic Underground.
Thank you for listening to Insert Title here. Jesus fucking Christ, why did you do that? Goodbye!
Make sure to subscribe, click the thingy, follow the links to do the things, subscribe to the Technical Cake Mix so he can do the Shadow the Hedgehog video at 1,000. Go follow Devon on Twitch so that way he can make the money for his demo reel, stream all of my musics on the Apples, the Spotifys, and all the other streaming
Fuck you!
services. And Devon's now going to drink himself to death. He's drinking. Oh, he just chugged a bottle of fucking Captain Morgan. This has been Insert Title here.
Yeah, on that note, peace out, people. Bye-bye.